Hello and welcome everybody to the Halloween Part 2 news, which is great. Drop in pretty much straight away before Part 1's even got going, and it's looking extra spicy as is typical. So, hope you're all good, and we're kicking straight off. The poster, or the prime image for this one, is looking great. We've got Gigantamax Gengar, which was hotly tipped to be coming, and there was a teaser trailer as well. And the Rowlet and Froakie are there, so they're going to be having a more prominent role in this half. Part 2 actually begins 10 AM on the 28th, so it goes straight from Part 1 into Part 2. That is typical, and it runs all the way through until November the 3rd. The reason this is a longer stretch than usual is because typically the Dia de los Muertos event is at the beginning of November, but that this year is exclusive to the Latin America region, so we don't get the Duskull and Cubone returning, which is a bit sad. As expected, the Pokemon debuts are the costume Froakie and Rowlet, which were featured in the ticket for Part 1. They're going to be spawning in the wild, and joy of joys, you can evolve them, so we can get Greninja with this witch hat, which is epic, frankly, and Decidueye with the costume too. Gigantamax Gengar is going to be taking over the max battles from October the 31st at 10 AM your local time and right through until November the 3rd at 8 PM your local time. So this is going to be a max battle weekend basically, or extended weekend. Tier 6, much like the other Gigantamax Gen 1 Pokemon that were featured in this weekend, they are going to be tricky to take down. Obviously, the whole concept of Gigantamax battles is a hotly controversial topic at the moment, so we're not going to dive too much into that, but it's available. Of course, Gengar could be shiny as Gigantamax as well. The event bonuses are fairly similar. 2 times candy, boosted chance for XL candy, and shiny Zorua remains shiny boosted for Part 2, which is really nice. That gives us a huge stretch to chase Zorua as a shiny in the wild. However, there is an increased chance to encounter the following Pokemon as shiny from raids, and this is actually quite good because these are raid locked. So Gengar wearing its spooky festival costume, Umbreon as well, that's a remainer from Part 1, Drifblim, which is actually a very exclusive Pokemon, and of course Froakie and Rowlet, so they're apparently shiny boosted. Again, take that shiny boost with a pinch of salt, because from personal experience it very rarely rings true. And it's much the same story with the eggs. Now, eggs weren't featured in Part 1, and these are looking really good. So the 7-kilometer event eggs are going to give you the following, with a possible shiny boost on them. Vulpix with its spooky festival costume, that's really nice. I mentioned it for Part 1. Pichu has been confirmed to be hatching with the witch hat, potentially with a shiny boost on it. That's amazingly exclusive, hasn't been available for years. And of course, Froakie and Rowlet with their costumes for this year are going to be boosted in the eggs too. Again, 7-kilometer event eggs, you are limited on those. If you have the daily Pokecoin bounty ticket, you actually get more gifts available, so that might be a reason to have that ticket. Pokemon Court will have a small chance to give rare candy or rare XL candy when caught with a nice throw or better. So actually, I think it's very like the Mega Lucario raid day, when you could catch the Pokemon, you get a rare XL candy or a rare candy. Again, it does say a small chance. What's actually really lovely to see is the wild encounters are shifting a bit. The last batch of encounters were a bit unspooky, to be honest. This batch is very much costume theme, which I'm a big fan of personally. Let me know if you are a costume shiny chaser too. So we've got Vulpix with its costume, Shuppet, Piplup with its costume, Woobat, people may not have that shiny, but it's a bat, sure. Zorua, of course, remains shiny boosted in the wild. Froakie with its costume for the year. Inkay, yeah, it's a dark type, sure. Phantump is back with its shiny in the wild. That's fantastic, and that was very much the chase for last year. Pumpkaboo makes its return with the costume, of course. I know that's been heavily featured over the course of this season as a spawn, but costume shiny, love it. And of course, you get the different sizes with that as well. And finally, Rowlet with its costume too. But some trainers may even encounter the following if you're extra lucky. Pikachu wearing the witch hat. So Pikachu wearing its witch hat, which was previously locked in the paid ticket in the field research of Part 1, is a rare spawn for Part 2. Of course, we've mentioned the event eggs already. You've got Vulpix with the costume, Pichu, Froakie, and Rowlet, and your 1-star raids are confirmed here. It's very nice and shiny boosted, shall we say. Pikachu wearing its witch hat, Rowlet and Froakie with their costume to 1-star raids. Your 3-star raid battles have the Gengar with the costume, Umbreon that has a shiny boost, and Drifblim. They all have a shiny boost. The free research and the paid ticket research sections are basically the same as part 1, of course. They run for the whole duration, so you've got the chance of free research with Morpeko and Spiritomb. The paid ticket is still going to give you the same costume Pokemon, as will the $2 paid ticket. There's a $5 and a $2, we know this. Your field research task encounters sound very similar to part 1 as well. Pikachu wearing its witch hat, Vulpix with the costume, Piplup with the costume, you've got Froakie with the costume, Rowlet with the costume, and finally, Morpeko still featured in field research only. And of course, Spiritomb is back there. I know we'll have been hunting that, will be out tomorrow. There's the Mega Energy Field Research Task 2, and of course the avatar items and all the decor and everything stays exactly the same. So that is part 2, people. Like last year, costume focus, and there's a hell of a lot more shiny boosts. It does last a full week as well, which is actually exceptional. Most Pokemon Go events only last for about 4 or 5 days these times. So let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Of course, I'm definitely going to go for those brand new costumes. I love the shiny chase for those, and we've got some brilliant shiny boosts, hopefully. Fingers damn crossed that they actually come through on that one. But do hit that subscribe button if you are new and you like the sort of news, info videos, or more Pokemon Go content. And thank you very much to the Patreon squad as well, who without we wouldn't be here making this content, continuing to bring you the information, the live streams, and the crazy challenges that we do, which are like the 24-hour challenges and even more, com days, etc., going traveling various different places. So thank you so very much for your continued support, and the fresh faces on there, big welcome. Thank you so much for signing up. We've got Marissa and Kurt Needs a Ride who joined very recently, so appreciate you guys. We will be out tomorrow for a first look at the Halloween Part 1 event, but if you want to stick around, go and check out either one of these videos on your screen. Of course, we got very lucky. If you haven't seen already, go and check out the Galarian Bird Shiny from Yamask Research Day, and go and check out this one as well if you want to. But do hit that subscribe button if you are new, and I will see you all in the next one. Do take care.